Niners fans, how we doing? San Francisco 49ers fans, guess what? Hey, it's finally time. The time is now. It's game week. Yes, the 49ers finally have a preseason game this Saturday against the Denver Broncos. And how about this? Number one, hey, welcome back to C-Train Station to all those followers and subscribers. Welcome to C-Train Station, whoever's new. Look, I'm excited. I'm stoked because the 49ers are going to play football for the first time in many months. How about some players to watch, though, right? This is going to be an early list, just a preliminary list, right, of some players, some 49ers to watch against the Broncos. And what I'm going to say is I don't actually know, so this list is early, right, earlier on in the week. So some of these players may not actually play against the Broncos, right? Maybe the Niners, maybe Coach Shanahan will leave a few out, right? Maybe a couple of them are nicked, come up with a knock, a small injury or something like that. So this is a preliminary list, but let's get down to it. Let's have some fun. Ricky Pearsall. Number one on my list is actually wide receiver Ricky Pearsall. Why? A few reasons. Number one, he is the uncontested number one on the squad until further notice, I would say, right? Juwan Jennings, we're not sure what's going on with him. Is he holding out for a contract and he's injured with the calf? Or is he just injured with his calf? I'm not 100% sure, and I'm not sure if the Niners are either, coincidentally. So Ricky Pearsall right now with Brandon Ayuk out as well, right? Probably until people are saying maybe November range. Anyways, he's the number one. Pearsall is number one. And he's got to get some reps. He doesn't have to get a whole lot, but he needs to continue to string practices together where he's productive and where he's healthy. And he's been dominating practices. That's the reports. Reportedly, Pearsall and Purdy have really gained that connection together. And he's reportedly been the Niners' best receiver in training camp, bar none. He's said to be the squad's fastest. I thought that was interesting. Is his last name Hankerson, I believe, one of the Niners wide receivers coaches? I believe he was the one that said that he thought Pearsall was the fastest Niners receiver. That is incredible praise. That's praise. And during 11-on-11s just this past week, Pearsall to Purdy to Pearsall, the connection was 4 for 4. And I just love the blossoming connection. They just need time and consistency. But here's the thing. I actually really only need to see a few solid catches, maybe one for good yardage, more than 10, 15 yards. And then it's like shelf Pearsall, get him ready, ice him until the regular season, or just have him just go balls to the wall, training his body and conditioning, because he needs to be in that game condition, because I think a lot of balls are going to be thrown his way early and often. So I think that Brock to Pearsall has insane potential over the middle of the field, particularly in formations opposite George Kittle. So here's what I'm talking about. George Kittle's over here. Offensive linemen are going to be the San Francisco right here in a formation. Kittle's over here. Offensive lineman over here is going to be Ricky Pearsall, probably in a grouped formation with another wide receiver or two, right? So what we want is essentially whatever Kittle does, we want Pearsall to just eat up the open space. So watch this. Kittle is going to run a fade, boom, out. So now we want Pearsall running a slant maybe or a post, eating up the center of the field opposite George Kittle. I believe, and if you want case in point, the Niners versus Tampa Bay last season, YouTube Pearsall's touchdown. I believe he can get many like that over the center of the field, over the middle of the field. Ricky Pearsall can be incredibly dangerous over the middle of the field, and I really, really hope that he's healthy enough and consistent enough to prove me right and himself right. Everybody right. We're all going to win here, Niners fans, right? 2 or 3 catches, and I'm good. Shelve him till the regular season. Next, We move on. D. Winters. Niners linebacker D. Winters has said to be all over the place in training camp, in a good way, They say that if you squint, he sort of might resemble a certain Dre Greenlaw. Yes, that's incredibly high praise, right? I like D. Winters. However, I don't love him. And I'll tell you why. I have seen him miss tackles and overplay and wrong foot himself way too often for my liking for a linebacker. You can't, like, in my opinion, one of the best thing, the discipline and consistency are so key, are traits that are so key to the linebacker position. I would really like to see D. Winters exhibit both consistency and discipline through his craft. No missed tackles, no misdirection plays where he missteps and a tight end gets past him, right? It scares, in a way, because I've seen D. Winters. I mean, I don't have the tape right now, but because I've seen D. Winters get beat off of missteps and misdirection, it scares me a little bit, because I know that a squad like Kansas City and like a Kelsey will they'll beat the Niners just off of spamming a Winters and Kelsey mismatch in Kelsey's favor. So what I'm looking for is fundamental soundness on D. Winters' end, and I think that he can provide it. If he plays a mistake-free game, that actually means more to me than eye-popping plays. I just want to see a mistake-free game from D. Winters. We love him, and we hope that he really steps into that linebacking spot right next to Fred Warner. Keep an eye out for Nick Martin. He hasn't really flashed as much as I thought he was going to in camp. Keep an eye out on him. He's a backup linebacker. He's a rookie linebacker. Players to watch, all of the 49ers rookie defensive linemen. Mykel Williams, Alfred Collins, and C.J. West. They're all intriguing to watch for their own respective reasons. I'm hoping that Mykel Williams, flashes outside pass rushing ability and also inside power and pass rushing ability. I hope that he's feisty enough inside on third downs, rushing the passer, that will allow Bosa and Bryce Huff to just thrive, just eat all day. Eat quarterbacks, by the way, and we love that. So, Mykel Williams, if Mykel Williams can I want 1 or 2 quarterback pressures, maybe 1 sack in his first few games, shelve him. Ice him till the regular season. He's checking the boxes. That will mean that he's checking the boxes. I will have seen all that I need to see, at least. Alfred Collins, they're big. He's a big man, 6'6" plus, 335-ish pounds plus. I just want to see what fell. Oh, let's see. Can't have that. The yellow belt fell on the ground. Sorry about that. As you see, part of the station and whatnot. Hey, we'll just put this right here. The yellow belt fell. That's okay though. That's okay. So, let me go at this real quick and fix something. There we go. We are back to tracking me and having fun. Hey, a few technical difficulties, and we love that at C-Train Station. I think that just provides the human experience in that reality. Okay, hey, let's move on. We're talking about Alfred Collins, big man, big defensive lineman from Texas. I just don't want to see him moved. I want to see if Alfred Collins moves, I want it to be because he wants to move and not because an offensive lineman want him to move. Also, I really hope that Collins is disruptive enough to warrant or to be able to take on 2 offensive linemen. It is sort of paramount. If Collins is able to take on 2 offensive linemen, it means that even on the inside, that his partner, C.J. West, I'm going to talk about him in a second, he'll be able to just wreak havoc. And it's like, we want to be at the point where you have to double both of them and you don't have enough offensive linemen, right? Because the Niners also have this guy, Nick Bosa, one of the best defensive players out there on the edge. So we love that. See, Alfred Collins, We don't want to see him moved unless he wants to move. CJ West, we want to see some disruptiveness. And Michael Williams, pass rushing ability. Hopefully, I know that he's going to be good against the run. Hopefully he flashes the pass rush ability. Let's move on. Jordan James, the rookie running back from Oregon, and we really, really love Jordan James. A smaller, more compact running back, 5'9.5", 205 pounds, 29-inch arms, 9.5-inch hands, 4.55 for 40. But look, what I want to see from Jordan James is, well, I have high hopes for him. Number one, he's a rookie running back. James is the only running back other than Christian McCaffrey who I believe is a 3-down running back in the NFL. I do not believe that Isaac Urendo is. Patrick Taylor, he's got some size and I like him. Jordan James is your guy to watch. I believe he can carry the load should CMC go down. Also, two things that I want to see from Jordan James in his debut. I want to see decisiveness and no tackles for loss. Too many times last season would like a player like Isaac Urendo go down, tackle for loss early on in early downs for the Niners. And it's like working out of second and third and potentially long just crippled the Niners' ability. The ability to get positive yardage on every rush and be decisive is going to really open up the offense, and I believe that Jordan James can do that. Jordan James I really, really have confidence in him. He played in a tough Big Ten conference for Oregon, who plays more of like that spread offense, and his ability to find the seams, find the holes in a running attack that's sort of similar to Kyle Shanahan's. I think I'm really, really stoked. I love the potential of Jordan James. Moving on, Mac Jones. So Mac Jones, reports are that he's having an amazing camp. I'm not surprised. Mac Jones is a quarterback drafted, or the Niners signed him to a 2-year contract as a free agent, but he was drafted high early on, I believe in Brock Purdy's draft. He's out of Alabama. And I'll tell you what, reports are that he's having an amazing camp. Not surprised. He really, really, really fits the Shanahan system. In my opinion, Mac Jones fits Kyle Shanahan's system better than Brock Purdy. And this is why, because the only reason is because Mac Jones will do, he doesn't have the scrambling ability and the mobility to improvise. And I know that Kyle Shanahan doesn't love the improvisation skills of the quarterback. Kyle Shanahan wants, if the quarterback doesn't have the pass or have the play, to either check down or throw the ball out of bounds. Seriously, it's more beneficial. I know that Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan, you got to do what he wants you to do in the offense. That's how it rolls if you're a Niners quarterback under Kyle Shanahan. I believe that Mac Jones fits that to a T. And I think that he's going to have I think that he'll have a few good outings. I think that, I really hope that he does. I'm pulling for him, honestly. And the long-term potential of Purdy, Mac Jones, and Curtis Rourke, Niners rookie out of Indiana, he's going to have a redshirt year because of a knee injury. I really like that potential quarterback room. That is one of the better quarterback rooms. And remember I hope that you remember that you heard it from old C-Train first, pretty much. A quarterback room of Mac Jones, Brock Purdy, and Curtis Rourke actually has tremendous upside and is stable and good. I know. And they're all 25 years and under for age. I love it. I love that long-term potential. Hey, last but not least, my main man, Mr. Upton Stout. This rookie cornerback, small but mighty, short but mighty. I'm sorry, we have to say that because he isn't the tallest guy out there, right? I love Upton Stout. Rookie cornerback, man with the plan. Stout has reportedly had in a stellar camp. And I'll tell you what, Robert Saleh, he Niners defensive coordinator, he used the key words that I love so much, violence. He said that Upton Stout was violent, and I love that. You know why I love that? This is why. Okay, if somebody said violent in basketball, well, basketball isn't necessarily a violent game. It's a game of technique, passing. We love to sacrifice. You're telling me that Upton Stout is violent in the game of football? Got it. That's good because football is absolutely a violent game. It is a violent game, and here's the thing. Okay, I'll tell you a little story about. So I played a little high school football myself, and I'll tell you what. Give you the omelet, the C-train omelet. In football, it's not like when you're going up against a dude. When you're going, say you're going to block somebody, it's not like you go to block him, and then it's like, he's like, maybe not, hey, let's meet in the center, and then you guys like shake it out, and you like play another down. It's not like, what I'm saying is this. It's like, if you do not crush the person opposite you, they literally have the ability to crush you as a human being. As a teenage boy, as a teenager, another teenage person, sometimes 50 to 100 pounds heavier than myself, with a running start when I didn't even have as much. I was asked to collide violently with them. Block, schmock, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Literally, you're like tackling and violently collide. It's a violent sport. It's just sort of the name of the game. And Upton Stout is violent, and I love that. Because if you don't get them, you will get God. You'll get God. And you do not want to get God. It hurts, and sometimes you see like lights and stuff like that. Not good. Getting got can cause concussions. I hope I don't get like banned from YouTube for saying that word or anything like that. It's not like a word, but I'm not even kidding. It will. So, what has really impressed me though about Upton Stout is that not only he provokes rants from me, like he just did, but Upton Stout has been making, for a cornerback, a smaller stature, he's been making a lot of positive plays down the field. He has been one of the guys who's actually been playing positively against Ricky Pearsall when Pearsall's had gotten the best out of a lot of the cornerbacks, right, in training camp. I love the fact that Stout is making plays down the field because I was afraid that he might get a little bit caught up down the field. And I'll tell you why. When you're like 5'8", which he is, you have somewhat shorter legs, like in open space, in open field, your turnover has to be that much more, right? To catch some of those long striders, like say like a Randy Moss, right? Is like the ultimate like long strider who hit high gear fast. And it's just so positive that Stout has been making plays. 5'8", 5'9", has been making plays against Ricky Pearsall, 6'2", listed at 6'3" at ESPN's website. I love that. He's making plays against bigger men, bigger wide receivers, down the field. We can't ask more, but he's done more. He's actually been in contact with former 49ers nickelback K'Wan Williams and has been talking with him and forged this friendship because Upton Stout is a self-starter who understands that he wants to know Robert Saleh's defense and has now contacted one of the most dynamic professionals who has succeeded in K'Wan Williams in said defense, Robert Saleh. I love that. I am rooting for Upton Stout. And as a Niners fan, look, I don't want to influence you too much. Maybe you should think about or consider really rooting for him too. He is a feisty player. We love that. A little bit of the underdog. We dig that. Whew. Hey, am I fired? I'm fired up. You fired up yet? Okay, have you ever heard of that? It's a little cheer. Anyways, I'm fired up for this Saturday. It's going to be fun. And sure, it's only going to be fun for like the first few series, and then you play sort of breaks down, and then it's like, who are these players that I'm watching now? But look, the bottom line is that football's back, and just enjoy it, Niners fans. Enjoy it, Niners faithful. I want to know in the comments, though. What I really want to know in the comments is who is one or two players who you are totally excited about seeing this preseason game against the Broncos. Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, do the follow thing, and of course, for your San Francisco 49ers content, I'm so grateful that you check out, that you like, and that you subscribe, and that you come on down to C Train Station. See you next time. Have a good one.